I'm Noah Kahan, and this is my last meal.
Every person has exactly two things in common. We all gotta eat and we're all gonna die. Today's guest is a Grammy-nominated singer-songwriter whose fourth studio album, The Great Divide, is coming soon. He's the founder of the Busyhead Project, and if you thought Styx season was sad, you should have seen him sing "Wednesdays are the worst days in my life" in his elementary school talent show. Noah Kahan, welcome to the show.
It's really good to be here. I'm very excited.
Thanks so much for being here. Peter Parker got bit by a radioactive spider. It seems like your origin story is writing a song so sad when you were 8 years old that it got you sent to mandatory school counseling.
Yes. I thought I'd stunned everybody into silence. It was a cappella, which was not the right choice at all. I think it could have used some accompaniment.
Yeah, something to lighten it up, maybe like a major chord or something. You know,
Yeah. It was quiet out there. It was a really silent audience. I sang a song about how much I hate Wednesdays. Thought people would relate. But yeah, the guidance counselor lady came in and she smiled at me, and I knew I was in trouble because like I got in so much trouble in school that like they were never smiling when they came into class. But like when a therapist smiles at you like knowingly, you're in big trouble. So yeah, she had me draw pictures of my mom and dad, and I think she wanted me to draw devil horns to my mom or something. But a couple days of therapy, and then yeah.
And now you're here.
And now I'm here talking about it. So
who would have thought that would have like launched, this entire career?
I mean, even now I'll look back at some of the old music I was writing, and I'm like, what was going on? We went to the Bahamas, like we were doing fine. I don't know what is going on in my childhood. There's probably something that I've repressed, but I was writing some really sad, dark stuff. Like I had a nice childhood.
How are you with Wednesdays today?
I still fucking hate Wednesdays.
I say, who likes a Wednesday, man?
What a waste of a day. The longest word ever. Wednesday.
Makes no damn sense.
It's horrible. Monday and Tuesday, you're still coming down from the weekend. You're talking about your day. Wednesday, you're just in the grind. You're in the grind, man.
Hey, man, you got 7 new songs that you can write all about the days of the week.
I know, dude. I can't wait for my Sunday song.
Oh, brother, that's gonna hit.
I already sound like a Christian rock band, so if I can make a Sunday song that hits, I'll be locked in.
I'm in, man. I'll be the first one to stream it. Thanks so much for being here, dude. Have you thought about your last meal before?
I've thought a lot about what I would eat if I could never eat the food I wanted again, and I'm glad I had the chance to do a lot of things because there's so much that I would try to eat.
Yeah, did anything surprise you? Anything like your sad songs when you were 8 years old? You're like, I didn't know that was in the depth of my brain.
Yeah, I thought about how many different TV shows have food that like the world will never get to try. And so like, Rocket Power, like they had all these amazing food at that stand on the beach.
Yeah.
Good Burger, like the Welcome to Good Burger guys, like that looked incredible. Kahuna Burger, Pulp Fiction, obviously SpongeBob.
Sure.
Krabby Patties. There's so much food that we don't get to try because it's on TV or animated. So I thought about that a lot.
I feel like the Kahuna Burger, forgive me, might just be a hamburger.
I know, but there's something that Samuel L. Jackson had it in his hand.
That's a fair point.
Yeah. So there's something there.
We couldn't afford his day rate, dude. Capital One's got him just
he is
up there.
No, he's locked in right now. He's booked and busy.
How often do you think about death in general?
I think once or twice an hour. Like, I think about it a lot, and all the things that I want to do before I die.
Yeah.
And also, I just travel a lot, so I'm like, you never know. So I'm always thinking about if this is the last thing I do, and I'm gonna die on this plane or something like that. Like, what was the last thing I did? So I'm always trying to live as if I'm about to die, which kind of helps you kind of enjoy life a little bit.
Yeah. Do you think so, or does that ever take you out of the present moment if you're constantly thinking about death, say every 30 minutes?
I haven't been in the present moment in like 6 or 7 years.
All right.
So
overrated, some say.
I think death is better because it's future.
Sure.
Future is way cooler than the present.
You're the anti-presence of mind person. You're like, you should be future tripping all the time.
Never live in the present. Tomorrow's a mystery, yesterday's history, and get the hell out of today as quick as you possibly can. That's what I always say.
Well, shoot, man, I'll live by it. You ready to eat?
I have not eaten in hours and hours for this. I cannot wait. I might be grumpy right now, but in 10 minutes, I'm going to be so much fun to be around.
Let's get some food in you.
Perfect.
Noah, for the first course of the final meal of your life, we have the chicken quesadilla from Gusano's, and then we have...
Oh my God.
Now this is the shrimp and fried rice hibachi platter from Kodos Japanese Steakhouse in Lebanon, New Hampshire. Please tell me about Kodos Japanese Steakhouse.
If only the Kodos ownership could see how far their food has traveled. This is unbelievable. It's an amazing place. I go at very sad times. A hibachi table at 2 p.m. on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just sitting there alone and the guy's just tossing an entire zucchini into my mouth. But it's like my favorite hibachi in the world. I've had Benihana, I've had everything. No one does it like Kodo's.
We tried to do as best we could. Can I flip a shrimp in your
I was gonna
mouth?
say, can we do something, some sort of activity?
Yeah, I can try and do like a little like.
Yeah, give me a little something, dude. Oh, let's
Hey,
go.
welcome to Kodo's. Okay. Up. There he goes, everyone. It is his birthday as well.
My
so we'll bring
birthday.
out the cake.
No one
bring
showed
out
up.
the cake. Can I serve you?
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of sad.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
It looks just like the kind of rice they use.
We scoured through their Yelp photos to try and figure out what exactly they were doing.
Yeah.
Once we clear this up, I'll hit you with the onion volcano. Don't you
Okay,
worry.
hell yeah. Nah, this is just like, I feel like I'm there, hungover by myself.
What are the emotions going through your head there hungover by yourself? Is this prime songwriting time or this is prime wallowing time?
It's a little bit of both. I love a gamified meal of any kind, like any kind of like where eating is like secondary to like playing. Like
Yeah.
I went to a Brazilian steakhouse for the first time and I love like
Yeah.
you can control it. I say like being in control, like that fact that I like knowing what they're doing when they're making it, because I always think that they're messing with the food back there at other restaurants. So like having the proof that in front of me that they're not like spitting into it or like putting their hair in it or anything is epic.
Sure. You want like the person at Chili's that's cooking your burger to come out and be like, "There's no hair." in
If
your
it was
burger,
up to
sir."
me, the tables would be in the kitchen. That's how I love like an open concept. Oh,
And look at that onion volcano.
nothing impresses people like an onion volcano. Can I have some?
Just water.
Oh,
Man. Budget cuts.
I have a buddy who, you know, how they pour the sake into their mouths, like, and you
Yeah,
go for he can go for like 5 minutes. Like the guy's like holding his arm up like this to keep doing it.
It's a point of pride for me to never stop. The key is you open your throat. So you ever see a duck eat?
No.
Okay, well, yeah, look up how a duck eats, and then you'll understand how your buddy's doing that. Because you just go like,
But
that was way grosser than I thought.
no. But how? There has to be a risk of drowning at some point, right?
That's the risk you gotta be willing to take.
Absolutely, dude. Getting waterboarded at Kodo's.
No, you're getting enhanced interrogation technique.
Yeah. Oh, right.
I should explain the rest. So we also have the side salad from Kodos. We have their soup, which appears to just be roasted chicken broth with mushrooms. We have the eel sauce, and then the the yum yum sauce.
Bang
There's
bang.
so many sauces here. I want to ask about the state of Vermont because it's a big character in all of your music, but also shares a very long border with New Hampshire, and they seem like two very different states. Mm-hmm. For a native West Coaster, can you explain to me the difference between the two states and which one you identify with more?
That's a great question. So I grew up like on the border, basically. Like, I started out in Hanover, New Hampshire, which is like a 10-minute drive from Vermont. And there's like a big rivalry. They're both amazing places and very similar in a lot of ways. But like, I think people from New Hampshire will be like, "You're from New Hampshire, not from Vermont." And people from Vermont is like, "No, he's with us." Just kind of differences in like the people you meet. But they're both beautiful places, and I grew up like pretty much right in the border. So I like to say I'm from both. But if I had to identify more, I'd say Vermont, just because I've lived longer there now, and I lived there initially before we moved to New Hampshire.
There's a really great GQ profile that was done of you that starts with the phrase, "If you look around at the crowd at the Noah Khan show, you'll start to notice the men crying." Which I thought was like a really powerful image.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of your songs speak to this very masculine form of vulnerability. Mm-hmm. Was that something that was intentional, or is that just you like writing to your own truth?
I think it's just writing my own truth.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been in therapy like my whole life, but I've also been like a real like, I don't know, like boy, like sporty, like always hanging out with other guys. And so like I kind of like gleaned a bunch of different things from both. And so trying to like, I feel like I'm very emotional when I'm by myself, and like with my family, I'm very like emotionally honest. And I think for a lot of my life, I wasn't incredibly emotionally honest, like with my friends and in my presentation of myself. And so those things kind of clash. And I like to think a lot of people are going through that, like especially as men. It's hard to be emotionally vulnerable around each other, but that energy still needs to go somewhere. And so we let it out eventually somewhere. Some people punch holes in the walls. Like I went to therapy and was able to kind of like get my emotions out in that way. But when I'm with my friends, I'm still like trying to be like, "Oh, everything is fine, dude. My parents' divorce is fine. It's all good, dude. Whatever, dude. Chicks, you know." And so yeah, I think that is something that has happened naturally. But it's really cool, like getting to see a lot of people, grown men crying like at a show. It's amazing. I know like it's hard for people to kind of let those feelings out sometimes. And I think it's best when you can't help it is to let the feelings go.
Yeah, and to like provide that venue for them in a very explicit way is a really special thing that I think is needed a lot in this world.
100%.
Speaking of masculine expression, there's a restaurant called Gusano's, and Gusano's does something called Hell Week every year, where they have the spiciest menu items available for people to come in and test their machismo and test their metal.
Yep.
No, we have their Hell Week salsa right here with 17 ingredients.
Oh,
this is made from Maria's nephew's recipe. He's the executive chef of Los Arcos in Mexico. We got the recipe and recreated it to a T. But we also have another menu item, and I want to do a little bit of a social experiment here.
Oh, whoa.
So Gusano's every year does habanero poppers.
Oh.
Now, these are jalapeno poppers.
You got these?
That are made with habaneros.
Oh my God.
And now the Chekhov's gun is on the wall. You have two masculine dudes who grew up in the sports world, but ultimately ended up in creative professions, where it's their job to be emotionally vulnerable. And these are on the table, and we are going to see if we need to measure ourselves against each other, or if we can be fine just not eating them.
I think I'm going to access my toxic masculine side here and say that we should probably try to eat these.
Come on, man.
Come on. Hey,
Come on,
cheers,
you got it, dude. It's hot as shit, bro. Come on.
Stuff those feelings away into a
Put
popper.
it down there. We're about to go to hell, brother.
Oh my God. I mean, oh my God, these are easy to eat.
Dude, come on. I don't even feel that, bro.
Oh, dude, that doesn't hurt at all,
Come on,
dude.
someone else come in. I get really sad sometimes. I get scared to go to bed because I don't know what's going to happen in my brain that night.
Oh, dude,
I can shove this down.
Bro, man, I've been watching Bravo, Real Housewives all week, dude. That shit's so sad.
Bravo, dude, no way. I only watch Spike TV. I only watch old Pros versus Joes reruns.
Pros versus
are
Joes
great.
is
Those are
so
great
sick,
shows.
dude. That would
Those are
beat the
great
shit out
shows.
of those football players.
Do you ever-
I have another one of these. Amazing.
Tell me, shit, that's so hot. Do you eat another one? Do you just eat another one?
Oh, you reach a certain point where you have to keep eating the spicy thing.
Yeah, I don't think I feel. This is gonna be terrible. You're doing a lot this week, right?
My colon is in so much trouble.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I
No,
have to
you're
keep
not.
going. I have to keep going. dude.
Oh my God.
If I stop now, then I have to face. It's a very man thing as well.
Yeah.
I'm committing to this negative
Sure.
behavior because otherwise I'll have to face my actions.
What they call this is a spiral, right?
Oh.
Well, spiral.
But a habanero spiral. Dude, it's just not hard at all.
What's wrong with the Great Divide, Noah?
Yeah.
Oh God, wait, hold on. It's more the hot pieces. You know, some of these came right out of the fryer and some were held warm in an oven.
I can only make sounds with E sounds right now because my face is stuck like this.
And your song, The Great Divide. I don't know if you know this. You have a new album coming out called The Great Divide.
Oh yeah.
But it's a really beautiful discussion between you and a friend who are those two dudes that are having trouble emotionally communicating. What I love most about it, though, is it's not an accusation, but it's an actual discussion where it's like, I didn't understand how hard your life was back when we formed these patterns of communication, and now I'm trying to like reconcile that. Was that inspired by a particular relationship you had?
I think it's really just like a vehicle to like talk about how a lot of friendships I've had have been and a lot of relationships I've had. So good. I'll get the other half.
Yeah.
Like this question is like so deep, and I'm like gonna eat this thing, and it's gonna.
Yeah.
Kudos to the chef. This shit is so good. So hot.
They're actually good though, right?
I can't discern any of the ingredients anymore because my mouth's been singed off.
Ow.
Starting with these is crazy. These should be a dessert at the end when you have to not speak anymore about
Get some
friendships.
covered in powdered sugar.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be really good. Yeah, I think it's really a vehicle to talk about like a lot of relationships I've had, and I think a lot of relationships that people have, and it's not just men. You know, like it's so much easier to like not ask the question.
Yep.
If you have a feeling someone's going through something, because like it's emotional labor, and it also requires you to look inwards about your own problems.
Sure.
I think when someone opens up, I have this response sometimes to be like, "Oh, I've been feeling that too," which means I have a problem too, and it like wakes you up to something you're going through. And so for a lot of my life, I just wanted to avoid conflict, and whether it was internal conflict or was with conflict with a friend. And so this song is recognizing how toxic that can be and how lonely it can make the people that you're avoiding feel. You know, like I think a lot of people have wanted to say something, and I've wanted to say something to friends, but like if someone doesn't ask, you kind of internalize it, and it creates this like shame. And so the song for me is about like hoping that they don't have to go through that again, and knowing that I was something that was negative for them in their lives, like my inability to help them express something. I hope they don't have I hope the person that they're with now or the friends they have are like able to ask those questions, because it's like this realization of how lonely they must have felt.
Yeah. It's interesting. When I listened to that song for the first time, I immediately flash to a relationship that mirrors almost exactly everything you said in that song, right? And that's why that line really got me of like, with this one friend that I've still in contact with a little bit, but our friendship's more shallow than it should be and more shallow than it even was when we were like 17.
Yeah.
But the root of that was that I never, let's use the phrase man up in a positive, vulnerable way.
Yeah.
I never manned up and said, hey, I regret a lot of the way that we treat you because we thought your life was perfect. You know what I mean?
It's a hard thing to do.
Yeah, but it's interesting that like your superpower seems to be writing down and performing these thoughts and feelings that I never would have found myself, which is really unique.
It's funny because like I'll write songs and like about these realizations I have, and like even still, I still feel that same fear that you feel, like of manning up or like having that conversation. It's so easy to talk about it, but it's hard to do. Like to tell someone how you feel and to express remorse and regret and not make it like, well, you did this thing too, or like there's always back and forth. It's really hard to do. I think in writing this album, it's helped me kind of like start to have those conversations and be brave. I think people, especially like with mental health, and people are like, you have all the answers, you write about these things that I feel too. I'm like, I'm actually probably more fucked up than you are. Like even to reach out and tell me that is braver than what I've been able to do. Sometimes I want to go beyond my writing and like really try to live that a little bit more.
Yeah. When people talk about like the bravery in your music, do you not feel that then? Do you feel like, oh, what I'm doing now is almost a coward's act? I'm writing down my feelings privately almost, and then sort of ejecting that to millions of people.
That is kind of how I feel. Yeah, I feel like it's just something I've done forever, so it has never felt like a choice for me. And so it just feels like an extension of what I've always done. And I just think there's so much more shit that I gotta like come to terms with, and like in my actual life being more able to like, it's not a song, this is how I feel. So I think there's always the possible deniability with music, right? That's like, oh, I don't really feel like that, you know, but I do. And I try to listen to what I write, you know, and be like, I wrote that for a reason. Like it poured out of me for a reason. I try to listen to what I'm actually saying myself because there's something there. And there's so much distraction in my life, man, like hibachi and all this food.
It is like the most distracting food art form.
Men will do anything but go to
Got
therapy.
a shrimp coming out. Got a shrimp coming up. No, I'm so sorry. Oh God, that's probably expensive.
It's in my
That
shoe.
seems
It's
nice.
fine, and I
Okay,
will
perfect,
eat that
perfect,
later
perfect.
when you guys are not looking. It's like, here we go.
That one is wet. I'm so sorry. I'm so
No.
sorry, wardrobe hair.
No, get me wet.
I respect what you guys do. I'm so sorry.
Soak me in shrimp, dude.
Okay.
But yeah, men will do anything but go to therapy. Like I'm literally just eating 7 random meals as a way for me to maybe talk about what I'm going through with you. So it feels like I should probably just not need hibachi to get to express myself. Damn, there's something there.
Someone get the notepad. Please dig into the gusanos.
Oh yeah, sure. I'm just doing the chair plating wise.
Tell me about gusanos.
Trying to not dip my fucking shirt in mushroom sauce. Gusanos is my favorite restaurant ever. It means worms in Spanish, which has, I think, can turn a couple people off, but it's an amazing restaurant. They're in Lebanon, New Hampshire, family owned by these really wonderful people. And, you know, we're in New Hampshire. The Mexican food is not that bountiful there. So it's like the best Mexican food in the area. And they used to do this thing. They had another location that me and my friends would go to when we were in like 7th grade, and they would do $1 for unlimited chips and salsa.
Talking about the Enfield one?
Not the Enfield one, the one in Hanover.
The Hanover, gotcha.
And they were assuming that's crazy though, you know that?
What?
And they're assuming that people were gonna eat like, 20 minutes, a lot of chips and salsa. We would go, we had nothing to do. Our parents would drop us off after school. We would ask strangers for enough quarters to get the $1, and they would just give us a giant salad bowl, and we'd sit there just getting colitis for like 5 or 6 hours. It was amazing. You guys crushed this habanero sauce.
Dude, thank you, man. Wait, let me jump in there.
Yeah, sorry, I'm so sorry.
The habaneros have worn off, and now I don't feel like a man anymore.
I feel like this is a great divide right here, the hibachi table.
It really is, yeah. This was actually the metaphor for the album. I want to talk about the process of writing the new album, because you came out with the album Stick Season, obviously blew up. That was your 3rd album. You've been making music for years, but that was one that really like launched you into, let's call it, international superstardom. A question?
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Yeah, I know.
But I'm saying it for them, not you. But you fuck me. A question I'm sure you got asked all the time after Stick Season was, what's next? And now we've arrived at the thing that is next. What were your emotions, and how are they different between Stick Season and The Great Divide?
Man, I was asking myself that question like the second I finished Stick Season.
It's the worst question in the world.
It's the worst. I mean, as a creative person, like getting asked, like, what are you gonna do next? Like, it just creates this like pit in your stomach where you're like, oh shit, like, I gotta follow this up. And I mean, when I was 16 years old, no record deal, nothing, I would write a song and I would cry. I'm like, I'm never gonna write another song as good as that again.
Yeah.
And it's just something that's chased me my whole life. And I think increasing the odds with like having, and the pressure with having like all the sold out shows and the song on the radio and people being like, oh, this album changed my life, and these amazing opportunities I had, like I started to see them all as like negatives.
Yeah.
Because I was like, it just means that when I disappoint you with my next thing, like it's gonna be that much harder for me to bear. And so I started to like hate when people told me they loved it, because it made me feel like that's just another person whose face is gonna fall when they hear how bad my next thing is.
You're
like,
climbing farther up the ladder to then make the fall even worse.
and I just kept adding rungs, literally I was like, here's another thing I can do, here's another event I can go to, or a place I can go, or show I can do, so that I'd never have to confront like this scary thing. And actually confronting it was really, really challenging for me. And I always try to be careful about complaining about having to be creative and like having to be a musician. Like it was the worst like professional thing I've gone through, is having to like look at that blank piece of paper after 4 years and be like, I gotta start.
Yeah.
And I was struggling to even like rhyme the word me with P and you with poo. Like I was like, I couldn't make anything happen, and it felt like someone had like taken my power away.
Space Jam.
Literally like Space Jam. Not the second one though.
Whoa, getting political.
Yeah, oh wait, no, not in a political way. It just sucked.
They make the bunny less hot and suddenly he's not in.
Yeah, what's going on here? But yeah, it was really difficult, really challenging for me to start, and I'm lucky to have had like my wife and my mom and all these people in my life that have been with me through these these cycles I've gone on, helped me get through that shit.
Yeah, it's interesting, the people in your life that help you through those things. I have a similar thing where any career milestone, any success that I have, I get so heavily depressed afterwards. And it happened somewhat recently. We wrote a cookbook, and it was a New York Times bestseller, which was very, very cool.
Hey, that's awesome.
Thank you so much.
What are you gonna do next?
Oh God, run! But no, I was having like a celebratory dinner with my brother, and I was pissed off. And I was talking about this, I was like, yeah, well, now we got to next, and I got money, and I got to buy a house, and blah, 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 whatever. And he just goes, shut the up. And I go, what? He goes, shut the up. This is a good thing. Our Nana literally owned a bookstore. Matt, you know how stoked she is? Shut the up. And in a very real way, I don't know if this is guys doing anything but go to therapy. That helped so much in my life.
No, it's not. There is like a point where there's like you need support, and there's a point where you need someone to tell you, have some fucking perspective.
Yeah.
You can enjoy the moments, and even if you feel like you have to force yourself to enjoy it, like do that, because
Correct.
you're not going to get it in 6 months. No one's going to care. You got to enjoy it while you have this feeling, and this, that's amazing. And I need to do that more. I think people around me were also like, dude, like you don't have to be in misery all the time. Like I know it's your natural instinct, but like try to push back against that a little bit.
Yeah. I'll give my brother your number, and then he can call you once a week and just go, shut the up.
Yeah, he's like, my Nana owned a bookstore. I'm like, I don't know like how that relates to my life, but thank you.
Thanks, dude. No, for the second course of your final meal on Earth, we have the closest thing to a real life Krabby Patty. We have the shrimp cocktail from St. Elmo's. And then we have your Aunt Lisa's mac and cheese. Add green onions and bacon. I think we should address the Krabby Patty first.
Let's go.
So when you said the closest thing to a real life Krabby Patty, I've never seen a single episode of SpongeBob SquarePants in my entire life. So, but I did some research, and we align in Mythical Kitchen on the side that Mr. Krabs is indeed grinding up his fellow crabs into the patties over at the Krusty Krab. So we have made a patty with ground crab and a little bit of shrimp just to hold it together, because Mr. Krabs is out here trying to maximize profits. And then we have put the secret ingredient is just MSG, and we put that inside the remoulade. There's a little bit of ketchup, lettuce, tomato, pickles. Please enjoy on a seated bun.
Is that a canonical event, or is that?
It's not canonical, but please dig in. Let's see how you enjoy the taste.
Oh, Mr. Krabs, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Or whatever poor Krabs went in. I guess I would be eating an animal anyways, but
there's a
Krabs
scene
seems sadder for some reason.
Where Mr. Krabs eats a Krabby Patty and says, so that's what I taste like. And this is where a lot of this event is coming from. It is apocryphal, not canonical.
Crazy stuff. Oh my God. I mean, I don't know.
You asked for it, man.
Yeah. So this is all crabs in here?
Yeah. A little bit of shrimp.
How do you make them shaped like a burger?
Well, that was what the shrimp was for. We sort of ground it out into like a sheet and then cut it into a circle.
Oh, I thought it was going to be like a cute, fun, like SpongeBob's fun, but it's just like up and sad. You're dark, man.
You're telling me, dude.
There's aioli everywhere.
I think there's a metaphor here, maybe for your expectations and the dreams that you had as a child. not necessarily manifesting as an adult.
Yeah, I guess you don't want to see how the Krabby Patty is made, dude.
I don't think so.
You just stay in the dining hall. And I guess if I was like a fish or something, like those people that are eating these, I'd probably like that.
Yeah,
but the idea, I think the imagery, if you just told me it was just
Yeah.
a crab cake or something, but
Sure.
the imagery of this being like sentient crabs.
Yeah, I'll tell you, because if it
It's
was a
effective.
crab cake, though, you see the image in the cartoon. It's not a crab cake. It's a patty that looks like it. So we actually did dye the patty darker brown.
You dyed
and we
it.
actually put some grill marks on it to try and get the real thing. We really tried to make your dreams come true here.
You guys went above and beyond and too far.
Well, the creator of SpongeBob did officially say that there are no animal products inside a Krabby Patty, that it is vegetarian. But once you put art out into the world, you sort of don't own it anymore.
You
It's sort
can't
of up to the
start like
public.
being like, and actually that character. Yeah, I've seen that happen in a few things. Where like, well, did you know that that character was actually on the side a professional basketball player? I'm like, you don't get to say that.
So I'm curious, in your art, if you've ever heard someone's interpretation of your song and gone, oh no, man, that's not what I was saying at all.
Oh, first of all, epic segue. Have I ever heard someone's interpretation of my songs? No, I think like I write them with like my own ideas in my head, like about what my own experience or my own like projection of an experience. But I've never been like that's wrong because I feel like that is what art is supposed to be.
Yeah.
I think the second you start like policing what things are really about is what you lose what makes art great. I think that's what's been really cool is like being able to be specific about my life, about Vermont, about my family or whatever it is, and then having people like create their own interpretation, their own narrative around that is really cool because it allows me to say what I feel and then not restrict people from connecting to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the kind of mirror that they're just reflecting their own sort of wants and they're taking what they need from it.
Yeah, 100%. And I feel like I just gave a really good answer, so I just want to pat myself on the back for that. Thank you so much.
Way to go. Hey, speaking of family,
Yep.
we got Aunt Lisa's mac and cheese here.
Yep.
And now there is a bit of controversy. If you thought the Krabby Patty was controversial, you need to hear about this controversy. So we did get the recipe directly from Aunt Lisa. This is using Cabot Vermont cheddar, a little bit of whole milk. It's not made with a bechamel. You mix it all together, bake it till it's crusty. But you've made the addition of green onions and bacon on it that your entire family seems very opposed to.
This is the first time my family's been like, oh, you're getting so big now, you're gonna start putting green onions and bacon on Lisa's mac and cheese. It's like the first time I've ever felt like I'm big timing anyone. My entire life, I'm like, Mom, can we just put some green onions and bacon on it? And she's like, no, it's not how it's done. I'm like, yeah, but you're not like making like ratatouille, it's just mac and cheese. Like
You're telling me you've actually made that request before and it's been denied by your
every
mom?
year we go to Christmas, I'm like, Mom, can like, oh, thank you.
Of course.
I'm like, Mom, can we just put some accoutrements on it? And she's like, no, it's not how we do it. And so you guys hit me up and you're like, it can be whatever you want. And I'm like, I'm gonna like doctor this shit. I want it to be how I want it. My mom sent me a text. She was like, there's not green onion and bacon on it. I'm like, I know. Because you guys you're policing it so fucking hard. And so I made this my own little addition and I think it's gonna make it a lot better.
I'm not gonna lie, there is a part of me that wishes that I sided with your mom, you know, that like we just refused to do this for you. There's some lines that are too far to cross.
You're like, dude, you gotta respect your mom, man.
Hey, come on, what are we doing? What are we doing here?
You're just at Thanksgiving next time I'm home. Like, what's going on? This looks amazing, though.
curious.
Thanks, Lisa. The perfect version of your mac and cheese. Merry Christmas.
At least I respect your craft.
So good. Tastes just like hers, but better. Oh, no. Your Aunt Lisa, yours are great.
I'm doing Christmas with Dad next year.
You're doing Christmas with us. I mean, we're Jewish, but... you know,
We'll do the half
Wow.
Christmas thing.
Have you ever written a song that sort of implicated a family member in something that they didn't know they were implicated in, and then it caused a weird discussion?
Like pretty much my entire last album. Yes. I think my parents splitting up was really, hard for me. I was lucky, I think, that I was a little older. But I think I didn't communicate to them like what I was feeling enough, and so I write down what I'm feeling, and so I'm like feeling these emotions and writing about them, and then suddenly the album's like #1 album, and then like a lot of people are hearing them, and I think I kind of just thought that maybe like 10 or 11 people would listen to it, and they'd be like, this. But then all these people are hearing about my parents' divorce and my reaction to it, and I'm telling jokes about it on stage at shows, and my mom at one point was like, hey, like, do you mind just letting me know next time you're gonna like talk about it? I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. So this album, I'd like send everything to them. I'd be like, just so you know, this line is about you, this line's about you, and it's gonna happen anyway. So I just wanted you to hear it. So giving them the due diligence was good this time around.
Have they ever asked you to change anything? Have you ever like gotten in a standoff?
They never have, which is so f***ing cool. My mom, my dad are like so open to me expressing myself through my music, like as if I was just a little kid writing in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And they've never asked me to change. My siblings never asked me to change anything about what I do. which is cool because I do kind of not drag them in a bad way, but I bring them into this like world a little bit and like up on display, and they've been incredibly generous. My little brother, I think, is like pumped. There's a song on the album about him, and it's like about, you know, me and him like kind of just like leaving it all on the table and like getting into a fist fight and like putting all our differences aside, and we're very close, but you know, we're brothers, and so he was like listening to it. I'm like, I wonder how he's gonna feel about this. He's like, oh my god, a song about me. This is so nice. He's like pumped. He's like we do the music video. So no, they've been more than generous.
You can actually fight in an octagon during the music video.
Mm-hmm. Beat his ass.
We got him. Older brother, come on.
Yeah, it's like this macho thing is coming back, dude. I can't say anything real without being like, yeah, and I'd fuck him up too, man.
I'm curious about your relationship between the trinity of like creative expression, therapy, and medication, and how they all work with each other. They're all kind of tools for you to get to a place where you kind of feel okay.
That's a really great question. And when I was a kid, like I've been on medication, on and off medication since I was 15. And so when I was a kid, and I've been interested in music my whole life, like I was so afraid of medication dulling my creativity. Because I mean, that's something that you think about, something that, you know, it's your biggest fear as a creative person is like losing this thing you have. And so I would look up like musicians on Zoloft, musicians on Prozac. And I never really saw anybody besides Connor Oberst in like a really weird old article talk about what meds do to creativity and how it like, if it hinders them or if it helps them. And so for a long time, I just like betrayed myself in a lot of ways by just not getting the help I needed. Like I was going to therapy, but my problems were not being completely solved, and my feelings were like really restricting my ability to live. And I eventually was like, I need to make a decision about like, if I want to live in this really horrible feeling and maybe make music, or if I want to feel good and see what happens. It was just out of my control, like trying to deal with it with therapy or making music. Like it just wasn't helping me anymore, and I wasn't able to write anything. Like I was so depressed and so obsessive that like I couldn't even start without like screwing myself over. And I eventually said like, I can't live like this anymore. And so I got on the right medication for what I was going through, and like I had never felt more creative and more like able musically in my life. And I think it just goes to show that like finding the right medication is really hard, and the process is scary because you're basically a guinea pig. So it's like therapy. You have a bad experience with a therapist, you never want to open up to anybody again. You have a bad experience on medication, which I've had several like legitimate like mental breakdowns and like psychosis from trying to get off medication cold turkey and just like being afraid. So it's really hard to find that balance, but I like can't recommend a psychiatrist who really knows what they're talking about alongside therapy enough, because I think both those things really should coexist with each other.
Yeah.
Medication doesn't solve all your problems. It just it helps you see yourself for what's actually going on and like live in reality a little bit. And it's not for everybody. And so I've never like, everybody get on Zoloft, you know?
I was wondering what those pills you gave me in the green room were. But
dude, and you look so much better, dude. No, it's a hard balance to find. And the creative part is like, creativity isn't one thing. And so like, it's not that your creativity is going away. It might change, and you might have to adjust the way you write and the way you're making music or the way the music sounds. And I think it's okay to take care of yourself and to be happy and like have that be who you are, and then finding a way back to the music will happen. And medication isn't forever. Like it doesn't mean you're gonna be on medication your entire life. And if it makes you feel really great in some ways and really shitty in other ways, it's okay, because that's the human experience. It's really just a way to live like a human being instead of living in this dark, shitty, flat zone where like everything sucks. And that's where I was, and I know, you know, people I know have gone through that too.
And you don't need to punish yourself with that, right? Like you deserve to feel okay in a way. And I think that's something that holds a lot of people up in a way.
I just ate 4 habanero poppers. I'm punishing myself all the time. It's okay to be happy for a little while.
Speaking of punishing yourself, God, the segues just keep coming, Noah.
Dude, you're really nice. You are like an actual segue.
Oh man, wave of the future, I say. I've invested all my money in
all of it, dude.
St. Elmo's shrimp cocktail.
So you can't see it from the viewership standpoint, but this shit, like, it's like eating a volcano. Like, it's so like horseradishy. I love horseradish, and I have a huge nose with all sorts of up stuff in it, so like it clears my sinuses.
Yeah.
But it's hard to describe how intense it is. Do you want one of those cute little forks? I have like contamination issues.
I'll go chopsticks.
You're going chopsticks.
Go chopsticks.
Don't flex on me, dude. I
don't know.
want to go chopsticks too.
Okay, chopsticks. Well, now
I like that we didn't use just for the hibachi, like the Asian themed food.
I think hibachi's kind of, you know, like hibachi is actually a small stone grill, and that thing is called teppanyaki. But so many white people in America use the wrong term that they just said, screw it, this is called hibachi now. This is on Benihana's FAQs on their website.
They're really trying to get this point across.
But they're trying to get the point across of, we just say hibachi, it's fine.
But it's chill. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's all
yeah.
good. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a non-white person at hibachi.
It's not. They're not coming here from Osaka going, you know what we need? An onion
We need to go to
volcano.
Lebanon and get an onion volcano. Okay.
Dig it, you take the first one. We tried to make the cocktail sauce as nuclear as possible. I hope it's up to standard.
You guys, everybody that did this shit, you guys did an amazing job. Like, this is so crazy how close you guys got with all this shit.
Also nuts that they just smother the giant shrimp in it.
That is something to actually do, too. It's like very much drowning in
And they serve it in a weird metal thing.
Yeah.
We're trying to bring
You
the
guys are-
entire atmosphere to you.
So much cocktail sauce, so close to my nice yellow shirt.
Oh, blood.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit.
I no longer have a deviated septum.
Brother, nothing in my body's deviated right now. It's going everywhere.
Oh, my God.
I don't know what a perineum is, but that ain't deviated no more.
Oh, no, dude. That thing is straight. I used to look like Owen Wilson, dude. Now I'm just Adrian Brody. Dead down the center face.
Hop on a piano, dude. Win yourself an Oscar. Let's do it.
This is really good, incredibly spicy, or is that the word for it? What is the word for when horseradish gets you?
Oh, I don't think it's an actual word, but we say spicy.
But it's not spice.
It's not capsaicin. But you know there's the Scoville scale?
Yeah.
So the Scoville scale used to measure spice in terms of how long it took for something to no longer be spicy in your mouth. But since science developed, now the Scoville scale registers capsaicin. So things like mustard, ginger, and horseradish used to register on the Scoville scale because it was literally a dude standing there feeding you cups of water, writing down the time.
No way.
Yeah, but now on the new Scoville scale, it's not. So it's not capsaicin, it's its own unique thing, but we like colloquially call it spice.
Interesting. We should come up with a word for it. And that also makes me think about like the first person to milk a cow. Like, what the hell was he thinking, you know?
You know what's crazier though? Cheese. Because they had to do that. They had to milk that cow. And then what happened is that cow had to die. And then this guy had to go, I got all this milk, I don't know where to put it. Let's put it in that cow's dead stomach.
Is that how cheese is made?
Dead ass how it's made. There's a chemical inside, the enzyme inside the stomach called rennet that causes it to curdle. And then they stuffed it in the dead cow stomach, and then they're like, oh man, my milk's bad now, it's all chunky. And then he went,
This guy was a sicko.
he's a sicko, man.
Wow, that's absolutely insane. Anyways, we were talking about spices.
Spices, yeah.
It's just like a disturbance. It's like a disturbance in your mouth. I'm gonna think on that because I'm not gonna come up with something good right now.
Mouth disturbance.
I have writer's block again, dude. What's
crap,
next? What's your next
What's
cool
next?
word?
Come on. Ready to go to course number 3?
Bro, 100%.
Hell yeah. Noah, for the third course of your final meal, we have the hippies breakfast from Strange Darling. So what we've done is, in accordance to the movie, we have melted 2 full sticks of butter into 2 different cast iron pans. We have fried off 8 total sausages in one pan, then 3 eggs in the other. Then with the residual of the sausage fat, we have fried off 4 pancakes. Then we have stacked those pancakes with the eggs, the sausage, about an extra half stick of butter, a whole can of blueberry compote meant for pie, topped with a pancake, topped with whipped cream, and then exactly as Ed Begley does in the movie, I will just stack a strawberry on top of your pancake. If you would like to continue to roleplay the movie even further, we have a puzzle that you can complete.
God.
Please, dig in.
The strawberry is doing a lot of heavy lifting in this plate, dude.
Yeah, it is. It is.
This is the most specific meal ever. I can't believe you guys got this. Watching that movie and like it's so violent. You guys really made this puzzle a little late.
Holy shit, what is that? Noah, what the hell is that? Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh god, she's here! She's here! I don't know what to do! I don't know what to do! Yeah, please.
Oh my god.
Noah, you write in your song Everywhere, Everything that you would do really poorly in a horror movie situation because, quote, you move too slow and you trust people too much. If this situation happened to you,
Come on, sit down, have a bite.
what do you think would happen?
I would just politely, like, until the serial killer liked me, like, do whatever they wanted, probably.
Get her with the bear spray!
I'm so sorry, like, I would not usually do this. I'm sorry. I feel like shit.
Yeah.
How could this affected me?
Please,
so
bon
sorry.
appetit.
That actually did scare me.
Thank you so much, Ash.
Wow, unreal. I was not ready for that at all.
My favorite part is that not a single person out there is going to know what the hell we were referencing in that perfect
Yeah.
shot-for-shot recreation of indie horror movie darling Strange Darling.
I'm not sure how well this movie did. I'm hoping that a lot of people watched it, or that it's not gonna land at all.
Hey, a lot of people are gonna watch it now.
Yeah, it's a good point. Anyways, the breakfast in that movie is insane. I won't spoil what happens to the old people. They get killed. But I watched that and like I was so high and I was just like, that looks so fucking good, dude. I hope they like just forget the rest of the plot and just watch like this person eating this food. So I'm gonna recreate what I wanted the end of the movie to be, which is just eating the meal.
Well, yeah. Did you remember any of that happening with the woman showing up?
As I saw the blood in her face, I was like, I forgot that I was like, I don't give a fuck with this movie anymore, dude. This breakfast looks unbelievable. And then I looked it up, and it was 2,700 calories in this one meal.
Incredible.
So those people were gonna die of heart failure, whether or not they were killed by the protagonist.
Yeah. Interestingly, too, they were kind of painted as hippies, which I know now are associated with Vermont more than New Hampshire.
Oh yeah.
But they were eating a tremendously grease-laden breakfast. I would have thought like granola.
Yeah, they reminded me a lot of the people that are from Stratford, like a lot of the people we know, especially one really, really close person to us who's kind of like this hippie, and she like is an amazing cook, and she just loves she loves to spoil you, and this just feels like, in the movie, it just felt like a little treat they were really looking forward to, so this is crazy. I will say, even when I watched the movie, the sausage being mixed in was like disturbing me, but it looks like it's gonna be good.
It's a pretty disturbing food scene, because there's a lot of stuff going on that you don't think you're gonna want, because again, they're just whole fried eggs underneath here covered in pie filling. A lot of interesting smells.
Yeah, it was like a Tarantino movie. You saw all the ingredients happening separately, and you didn't realize how they were all gonna come together, but I really like how they ended up making this happen. This can't be good for you, huh?
No, you're neglecting your butter.
The fact that there's butter that is just there as like a sauce after all the butter that was used to make the actual food.
Yeah, and that is
crazy.
depicted in the movie. This is about as accurate as you, dude. I need a strawberry or I feel like I'm gonna die.
Yeah, I have to do like other stuff after this, dude.
You want to do some push-ups? You want to do some push-ups
Yeah,
after going to run?
We need to go to LA Fitness, dude.
I'm in,
You and
dude.
I after this shit.
I don't know how to cancel my membership there, so I think we both.
We're locked in for life, Bubba. Oh, good though.
Are you a horror movie guy?
I'm more of like a psychological thriller. Like, I really am interested in like stuff that's like unsettling more than just like blood and gore.
Yeah, yeah.
If they can have some of that in there, it's like an added plus. But
Sure.
I like creepy suspenseful drone Dennis Villeneuve type shit where like you hear like or like he's just walking. Like, is this supposed to be scary? So that kind of stuff I'm into for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of suspenseful droning in this. I did not sleep well last night because I watched this movie right before bed trying to figure out what the hell was going on in it.
It's hard. It's one of those movies where you're like, I don't know who's bad and who's good.
No, but it jumps around. It's like a really interesting storytelling device.
They went all Kurt Vonnegut with it, dude. Like just non-linear, just like you start out in like the middle of the movie. But I like that because it helps you like. The payoff is really good. Like when you start to realize what's going on.
Do you try to employ any of those storytelling devices in your own songs? Are you like, how can I make this different?
Yeah, it's really hard to do that. Like I have like too much of like an attention deficit thing going on where I don't think I could start in the middle and go back to the beginning. I think I do a lot of looking backwards in the songs, a lot of like retrospective kind of stuff. It's just kind of how I live my life. So I haven't done a lot of like non-linear type of things, but I will say, throughout the last two albums, I have like in my head like a universe like Marvel type shit where like the characters are in different places are carried on to the next album. They're from different perspectives of different characters, and like my dream has been to like make like a movie or like a TV show about like the characters in the songs because I have like such a vision for all of it.
Yeah. Do you think you're ever actually gonna execute that?
I don't know. I think it's really. I mean, it's hard to do that. Like we made a music video and it was like 7 hours, and it was pretty much just me like walking in a parking lot. So like I imagine like making a whole like the production will be hard, but I've always wanted to, and I have a great idea for a TV show that I've thought about. Imagine it's like, okay, so it's a Christian rock band, and we already love it, and that's it, and it's me, and it's just my next album. But it's a Christian rock band, and the lead singer's a serial killer. And he's like going on tour, killing people in every city, and like there's someone who goes missing in every city, but he's like beloved and no one ever like picks up on it, except his biggest fan ever, like fan that's at every show, super fan, starts to realize that he's the serial killer. And so it's like them both pretending like they're these like traditional roles of like fan and celebrity, and like they're both really trying to like get to each other. I think it would be pretty good. Do you want to fund it?
We just talked about how neither of us carry cash, so like, I got $4 though.
That's a $4 idea.
That's a $4. I'm in, man. We'll see how this album does. You know?
Yeah,
Eventually, we can
Yeah, if you get a little bit more famous, I'll fund it because of the notoriety. But right now, I don't think so.
You went through a period of 2 years of writing a song every single day. Mm-hmm. And so in theory, you just got damn near 1,000 songs that you've written. And the ones that don't make it out, I find really interesting. Especially there's one called Shape of My Shadow that I don't believe has ever been released.
Crazy time to bring that song up.
This ain't exactly diet food. But
not.
for real, that's another one of those songs that there was a specific lyric that hooked me and made me realize something that I'd only ever kept inside, which is that every single time I pass something that will reflect my own image back to me, I am filled with a sense of dread and hatred. Mm-hmm. And you talk about, it's not just mirrors, but you're talking about department store windows. And I was listening to this song do a little fun walking route while I listen to things. And then there's a set of windows that have such a clear reflection that I walk by every time. And every day without fail, I look at myself and just go, I hate that.
Yeah, darn.
And then keep going.
Yeah.
But where are you at now with like body image and food?
Well, I'm still learning a lot about like how to talk about it really, and like how to like externalize like the feelings I have. It's been really challenging, and I've spent the last year like trying to dig into it more, because I think it's something that once you start talking about it, it's hard to like put the can of worms back in the can. Yeah. It's hard. Like it's easier when I'm not doing promo or like on social media or like being forced to see myself all the time. Like I don't really watch anything that I'm in as much as I can avoid it. Like I don't love to look at the way I look. Like, and so that's something I'm still working towards. I think knowing that it's something that I want to become more comfortable with, and knowing it's something that I want to talk more about, it's like a really good first step. And also just like seeing people respond to that song, like the video of you playing that song, like it's really helpful. Just knowing that I'm not like alone in that.
Do you remember a bumper sticker you saw in Burlington, Vermont?
Don't believe everything you think. How the hell did you know that?
I'm in your brain, man.
I don't think have I ever talked about that before?
Is this even real? Is any of this real? The habanero sent me to an astral plane.
Whoa, dude, you're reading my mind, and you're asking some softball questions for the crazy stuff I got going on there.
This shit's cake, dude.
No, I do specifically remember that. That was like a turning point in my mental health journey. Crazy, because I saw a TikTok today that was the exact same bumper sticker, which is wild.
What is that? Is that God? Is that God sending the messages to you on a Subaru Outback?
In the bathroom, you had a postcard that said "The Great Divide."
I still don't know where that came from. I'm being dead serious.
That's
I have no
creepy,
idea who put
dude.
that there.
No, I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny the way that we can like get comfort in things that you don't expect, like a bumper sticker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Especially spend like hundreds and hundreds of dollars on therapy, and like, and one day you just like see a dumb bumper stick, and you're like, whoa, I'm better now. This is awesome.
And that was free. I just go tuck $100 bill, you know.
Yeah, dude. That's really it, man. Or once I realized, maybe everybody's different, but like once I realized that I was just like believing every single bad thought I had and just giving them credibility just because I thought them, like you start to question it, and it's hard to question it because you're questioning everything that you've thought about yourself for a long time.
Yeah.
But like once you realize you don't have to listen all the time to the shit you think, like it's not always right, it's not always true, and it's not always being fair to your actual experience. Like it can change your life.
Yeah, my version of that bumper sticker is my brother going, "Shut the up!" But like for real, that's
you can just like not. You can deal with it, but you don't have to fucking believe in it all the time.
Yeah.
That was a really cool. I wonder whose car that was. They were parked like a asshole. I'll be honest with you.
You keep their car, but thanks for the nice message. Tell me about the Busyhead Project.
Yeah, well, speaking of which, it's a foundation that I started with my managers. Basically, we are raising money for mental health organizations that in different cities we go to, but particularly in Vermont, that are trying to provide care to people who need help. We are not mental health experts, so we are highlighting organizations that are doing great work in the community and raising as much money as we can for them. Like money from ticket sales, from some charity events and auctions we've had. We've raised over $5 million, which is so epic for us and just so cool. So it's been like the highlight of my career.
Hell yeah.
So much of music is like, you know, we do a job that's about us, really. Like it's about the guests, it's about the fans, but like we're the part of this like presentation. And so like just stepping away from it being like Noah Kahan night, you know, it's like you get a chance to like highlight these organizations, these people that are like dedicating their lives to helping people not go through the stuff that we had to go through, or that people in rural areas or people who have less fortune growing up. Like I had a nice privileged childhood in Hanover, New Hampshire. It was I was lucky, and I had mental health support from my parents, and I had a community of people around me, and like so many people don't have that access, don't have the money, don't have the white male privilege really of being able to get high level care. So raising money for those folks and trying to give back is like, for me, it's an obligation, like a moral obligation, and I get a chance to perform in front of a lot of people all the time, and so like pretty easy just to be like $1 here makes a huge difference when you're having this many people around. So it's been special.
I think the bumper sticker should have a little addendum that's like, don't believe everything you think, comma, like unless you think you're doing a good thing, because sometimes that's true, and I think this is one of those times, man.
Yeah, it's a good point. It would be a long.
for
You would
a
need
month,
you would need like a really long.
Be an
thank you
acronym,
card.
maybe an acronym.
Yeah,
like
don't believe everything you think except for this one time. Yeah.
well, we'll workshop.
It's like got milk, kind of, but so much longer. No, you're right. There are times that I've tried in this moment to be like, I just get so stressed out about patting myself in the back for anything, like,
Sure, yeah.
because I feel like I get so much of that from fans and from other people, and like, I don't know, I could probably do it more, but this just feels like a wholly good thing, like just raising money, and like my mom and I like strategize about how to raise more money for the state that we live in. Like, it's pretty amazing, and I'm excited to see if we can raise like a shit ton of money the next time I'm on the road.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Ready to go on to course number 4?
Yeah, let's do it, buddy.
Noah, for the final course of your final meal on Earth, we have the Kmart vanilla on vanilla sheet cake.
And with the intersection got a Target, the new perspective line on it too. The Kmart where I grew up is right across from where the Target is. So.
And that Kmart is closed down.
Is it closed now?
The Kmart is closed now. It was the last Kmart
Oh, that's
to
where the
exist
Target was.
in New England, and I believe the Target has now taken over where that Kmart is.
The Target coming into town was a really, really big deal. There's one in Vermont, and there's obviously a few in New Hampshire, but that was like, it's a big deal. The Kmart was very sad. It was very, very. I think there was a Little Caesars in it, which is just sad as hell, no matter where you are.
Yeah.
I love, my mom and I would go, and I would go into the bakery zone, and like they had them like that big like cooler, and I would just grab the cake, and they had this stuff on it, but they had like the kind that was like crunchy, those things like little crunchy shapes you could use, and I just went to town on the shit, dude.
Man, well, please, can I serve you up a corner piece of Kmart cake? Do you want to go straight for the middle, right in the K?
Oh, I'm so used to like my brothers and I like battling over which part we get. I got the
Do you
whole
want to, like, you
choice.
can kind of like do some hand fighting here.
Yeah,
like, kind of like.
Let's go corner for now.
All right, got you.
And then we'll transition over to the letters in a few minutes.
Perfect. Yeah, we'll get.
This is a huge piece of cake I'm about to eat.
This is a huge cake, man. This is the Kmart sheet cake.
Yeah, I mean, I love sheet cake. I wanted sheet cake at my own wedding. You could give me like the nicest cake in the world. It could be shaped like my dad. It could be beautiful. I don't care. And I would still want it to be a sheet cake.
Guys, 86, the cake shaped like his dad that we were going to fly in as a
Hit him in. Yeah, we have a lot to talk about, cake, Dad.
You pour all your feelings into that one.
It's like eating parts from. Why?
Is this bringing back any specific memories?
The frosting is so obviously bad for you on the first taste. It's so good though. Yeah, it does. It reminds me of like when my mom and I would go grocery shopping together. So we would go to Shaw's, we go to Kmart, and for every birthday, obviously, it's crazy in our family. Every birthday you get a cake.
That's the most unique thing I've ever heard.
This is a little tradition we have. Crazy families are crazy, right? We all do crazy things.
God, man, that's how he became such a crazy artist, man. He had this wacky family eating cake on
My life
birthdays.
was such a movie, dude. But yeah, we would get birthday cakes, and I just always loved this kind. And around like 2008 or 9, they started doing that other frosting, Better Cream or whatever it's called, like the different frosting, which is just so much worse. I guess it's probably a little better for you.
I don't know.
But I always hated my mom when she would get me that stuff, so I'm always real specific about like getting this kind of sheet cake.
God, he really does have a lot of trauma locked up in there.
Yeah, there's something going on with me, for sure.
I'm curious if you have any songs that can bring you back to a very specific moment in time, like ones that are just like
Of my own, or just like, any
other song.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. Like anything Gregory Alan Isaacoff. I still listen to, but like I found him when I was in high school, and it just like brings me so like, you know, nostalgia. It's like you're not sad, but it makes you cry. Just like makes you feel so deeply, like just makes me feel like I'm back on a cloudy day driving through Hanover. It just like affects me so deeply. The song called "The Curse" by Josh Ritter just reminds me of my senior year of high school and just like saying goodbye to like life, because I was about to go to start doing music, and it was like my last moment as like a person who had like structure in their lives, in my life, and I'd always remember that Then Happy Birthday reminds me of like 29 days in my life that are really specific. I just had one recently, actually.
Thanksgiving or?
No. January 1st birthday. So I always listen to Happy Birthday on my birthday. It's just something I like to do.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. I've never heard of that before. Is it Happy Birthday? How does the song go? I think you're allowed to sing it as of like 3 years ago.
Yeah. It's public domain.
It's here now.
Is it Happy Birthday and Twinkle Twinkle Little Star? They're the same melody? No. Twinkle Happy Birthday. No.
You keep going? I feel like I was going insane for a second.
It's Happy Birthday. No, it's Twinkle Twinkle Little Star and Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, now I know my ABCs. What is the one I'm thinking of?
I don't know. When you were doing the Twinkle Twinkle Happy Birthday, it sounded Yiddish to me for some reason. Like it's
Twinkle, twinkle, little star. But yeah, a lot of music always brings me back.
Yeah.
Reply Stacks by Bon Iver like saved my life when I was a junior in high school. Like that song just always moves me. It reminds me when I was really struggling. First time we're like laughing.
That's life. No, but like truly, I think life is just such a morass of like tragedy and comedy, and it's every emotion wrapped up into one. There's almost no separating it whatsoever.
Yeah,
you know?
so it's hard to be like, this song makes me sad. It's like, it doesn't make me sad. It makes me feel like all sorts of things at once.
Makes you feel alive, you know?
And like sad music, like doesn't make me feel sad because it makes me feel like connected and like someone else is feeling it too, and it actually makes me happy. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not happy that the writer went through that or that I went through that. I'm happy that we're both right here and we're like, we're the same, dude. I don't know where you're from, where you live, but like, we are the same in this moment when I'm listening to that song. So that's what I love about music.
For me, I love when music can physically make me feel. When it feels like I'm tapping into a frequency that I didn't know was in my brain.
Totally.
I'm curious if the song "We're Gonna Be Friends" by the White Stripes jogs any memories.
It does. Yeah. I played that song at my friend Carlo's funeral. We were on a fire tower. Actually, I have a tattoo to my arm. The last time I ever saw him, and we were listening to Jack White. And I remember he died, and I was asked to do something at his funeral, and like it had to be that song. It's so simple and pure, and like this person was so pure. Carlo was such a pure person, and getting to play that was like really sad, but it also like it felt like I was like with him again, just like getting a chance to sing and hang out with him again. And I can't really. That song makes me sad to listen to still, but.
Sure.
It was special, and the service was beautiful, and it makes me think of my friend. And I wrote a song, Carlo's song, that's my first album. And what I love about music, again, like we're talking about, is like it forces you to confront or feel or remember. And so every time I listen to the Jack White song, or every time I listen to Carlo's song or play Carlo's song, I try to think of a new memory, like a new different thing that we did together. And I remember it's sad because sometimes I only knew him until he was 17 or 18, and so like I feel like I'm running out of like things we did, and so like I have to think harder and harder, which is fun because then you remember special things. But like my biggest fear ever is that I'm going to run out of new things to think about with him. But I think just getting to remember is special, and so that song makes me think about the funeral, makes me think about his life and his passing, and it's special to get to remember him.
Yeah, I don't know if you're a particularly godly man, but for me, that's the closest thing you get to everlasting life, is to have yourself living in the memories of other people like that, and especially having something like a song that can be used. That's like the totem to remind you of that. You know, that's as good as we get.
I think music is like magic for that reason. Like it can bring somebody back. Like it can bring them back into your head, because sometimes we can't rely on ourselves to want to remember.
Yeah.
And like we have to force ourselves to remember. And so music is an easy way for you to remember somebody. And it is magic in that way, that it can bring you right back to where sometimes you don't want to be, but places that you miss dearly and people you miss dearly. And I miss my buddy, and I love getting a chance to talk about him. And so thank you for asking the question.
Yeah, of course, man.
He was a fucking legend, and I wish I could see who he was today. I feel like when he passed, he was right at his point where he was figuring his whole life out. So I really wish I could see what he ended up doing, because he would have been someone super great. That song makes me think about my buddy.
Yeah. No, but I love that you're keeping him alive in there, and you know, there's like a weird thing with memory where the things you're remembering didn't exactly happen like that, right? So even if you run out of memories, it's like you still have those stories physically living and changing. Totally.
And yeah, I think like now with my friends and with people that I love and get to know, like trying to in the moment not be like, if you never die, this is gonna be awesome to think about later, but like just knowing that like people pass, and like, you know, you get into like your 20s and like you start to see people die, like sometimes tragically by suicide, or people that are older that died naturally. Carlos did not kill himself, but like tragic death, young death is always so tragic, and I just like try to make every moment with my friends be like a good one, so we can have more and more. It's like, especially in that moment, you're like, this is gonna be something we remember later. So yeah, I try to be really intentional about like making the short time I get with the people I love be really special.
Yeah. Funny thing about getting older is it just statistically more deaths happen as time passes.
I know, it's so shitty that it's like that.
But like, if those are the alternatives, right? If the alternatives are dealing with tragedy, it's not fair to like frame this in terms of you, because this is in terms of like Carlo. What happened to him is tragic. But like, if it's in terms of dealing with that or running from it and holding yourself up in a bubble and not living life,
Yeah.
boy, do I know which one I'd take.
Oh, dude, such a good point. Like, especially for Carlo himself, like this dude loved extreme sports, like was always living life to the fullest, doing the most badass stuff. Absolutely no silver lining to someone dying, but like knowing that we had a person who lived life and set an example for us, that now I'm like, let's do all the crazy shit. Like, let's go play that show. Let's go do that like fun event, or like, let's go jump off this rock into the water. Like, these are things that like you have to do while you're here, I think. And like you said, trying to run away from the inevitable is like such a lame way to live, bro. Like, it's gonna happen anyways, dude. Just enjoy it. Try to have some fun, man. Eat the sheet cake.
Eat the habaneros.
Yeah, eat the extra habanero popper, dude.
What do you think happens when you die?
I don't know. No, actually, I do know. I just don't want to tell you.
Come on. No. Is this going to be in the next album?
Yeah.
What's next?
If you pre-save my record, I'll tell you what happens to you when you die.
We're here with the Dalai Lama and the Pope and Noah Khan.
Yeah. It's in the meet and greet package. You have to come to the meet and greet to find out if you're going to heaven or hell. Man, I hope that when I die, I would love to get reincarnated as some kind of animal. I think that would be cool. But I think realistically, you get reincarnated into an animal. That
Hell
sounds
yeah,
so
you do,
much.
brother.
I choose to believe that that's what happens. I do not want to be another person. I like to think that you get reincarnated into an animal based on like how good of a person you were. It's like a weird kind of heaven concept, but like if you're a scumbag, like you're just gonna be a fucking cockroach, or like one of those dogs that has brown crust on its mouth. But if you're
They're gross.
But if you're like the man, or like a really good person, like you gotta be like a beagle in like Nantucket.
like a Kennedy's dog.
You gotta be like a dog that the family's like really good to. I think that you go based on how you treat people in your life, you become like an animal of like higher or lower quality.
What animal do you think you come back as?
One of the crabs you stuck into that Krabby Patty, probably.
I'm gonna be a pine marten.
What is that?
Part of the weasel family.
Oh, hell yeah. I could see that.
Right? A little bit.
What animal do you think you look like? Because I've been told I look like a salamander. Which feels like people are just calling me untrustworthy.
That feels anti-Semitic. I feel
Doesn't
like whatever it is, but for both, I don't know. I don't look that Jewish. I am Jewish.
Yeah.
Whatever people say, I think it's going to be anti-Semitic. You ready to go to the lightning round?
Let's do it.
Who's the one person, dead or alive, you'd want to share your actual last meal with?
Ooh, there's nothing more fun in the world than a meal with my family, my wife. I just want to Thanksgiving every day.
Hell yeah. What song do you want to be played at your funeral?
Ooh, Reply Stacks.
Keep to cut one of these three Chelsea icons: Frank Lampard, Eden Hazard, Didier Drogba.
Oh, that's tough. Keep two and cut one.
Yeah.
Ooh, my God, that's tough. I think I have to cut Hazard, who I love, but yeah, gotta cut Hazard there.
Doesn't got the firepower. Who's your dream eulogizer at your funeral?
Ooh, I want my buddy Dan, and I want to know what he really thinks about me. No.
We'll give you a feed to the live stream. Who has done more for the banjo, you, the Lumineers, or Mumford & Sons?
I got it. Mumford & Sons, dude. Mumford & Sons.
It's not fair. You got Mumford and all his sons. You're just one man.
I know.
What's your biggest fear?
My biggest fear is being alone.
What's your greatest regret in life?
My greatest regret? How's these f***ing lightning round questions? You like have to think about these for like 15 minutes.
No, it's just like one word answer.
Okay, one word answer. My biggest regret, I think, not dealing with issues of my insecurities earlier on in my life.
How many goals are you gonna score in the Hanover High School alumni soccer game next year?
Let's go. Probably, I think 2. I scored 1 last year, and it was pretty sick.
Hell yeah. Finally, Noah, are you happy?
Sometimes, yeah. I'm happy. I'm happier. I'm doing okay. I'm okay. It's gonna be fine, I think.
Can I just say you're the first person to change that question multiple times from "Are you happy?" to "Are you okay?" to "Is it gonna be fine?" And you answered all 3 of them.
Got you, buddy. Got you. That's why I'm on the show.
Dude, truly, I'm incredibly happy. I don't give a if you are. I'm so happy that we got to sit down here.
Your happiness
have
is
this
enough for
meal.
me, man. This is awesome, dude. Thank you so much.
Dude, no, likewise. Like, truly, the enthusiasm that you came in here with, even just the creativity in the meals, like, it was so awesome to be able to experience this with you.
This is an amazing thing, and you ask awesome questions. You seem like such an amazing dude. So thank you for the questions, for bringing this food together. Like, the food is amazing. Everyone involved in this has been so fun. The actor from earlier.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
This has been super cool. This is something I'll remember forever.
She's union, too. That was like a $5,000 day rate. It was crazy.
Oh my gosh. Well, you guys seem to be doing well. I've seen about 100 movement watches ads on your video, so I think
Hell yeah,
bringing in the bacon, dude.
No, if you want to deliver your last words to that camera right there.
My last words are... Okay, do I have to say that?
No, you don't.
Okay.
You can if you want.
Okay. Bye. Bye.
Noah Kahan, everyone, give it up for him. He's got a brand new album, The Great Divide, coming soon. What else you got going on?
Got tour, all sorts of shows, performances, and documentary, and just a shit ton of music for everybody to listen to.
You do music?
Yeah, I'm not just a professional cheat cake enthusiast, dude.
That's what we booked it for. We'll see y'all next time. We all gotta eat, and we know you're dying to get your hands on a Last Meals apron and pin. Get yours now at mythical.com.